Good morning, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Friday morning, March 12th. We are looking at the SPY ETF's market profile here on Window Trader. And after selling off again late in the day, this time the market is possibly attempting to gap lower. Now, let's keep in mind there is a possibility of a true island top, which is gapping higher to an all-time high, and then the next day gapping lower. That's obviously if the gap from the day before had held. Now, we're back inside yesterday's range for now, but as you can see, we have a pretty wide POC below yesterday's low and right inside the tense range, which would fill the gap if we're to get there. Let's go to the Russell. Now, a lot of different things happening this morning. So the Russell went out with a price probe. Right now, it's being accepted as they're trading above yesterday's high, looking to make new all-time highs. A lot of different contrasts going on here. They were 9 wide yesterday, or 10 wide. They had an afternoon pullback. Now they're attempting to gap higher. Triple Qs, which is certainly acting the worst out of all three of these indices, did not gap high yesterday. They did take out, though, the 10's high. But now, again, there's 75 minutes to go prior to the opening. Right now, they're below yesterday's low in a possible gap situation. Now, SPY and ES. A couple of things has happened here. Let's put these, let's go to Monday. Here's Monday. The market got too long, sold off a lot higher than I expect, a lot harder than I expected, went out with a price probe. M sold off big time Monday. Tuesday, market got too long. This one I certainly expected. Market sold off in M. That's 2 days in a row. Then on Wednesday, again, we were in balance. Ended up 11 wide. Market went to new highs, spiked to a new high in K, only to give it all back in L and M again. So that's 3 days in a row M sold off. And yesterday, the trend continued as we had a trend day up. SPY actually held their single prints by 3 cents. ES did not, as M sold off for the 4th day in a row. Our destinations are far and wide apart, which is going to create some really nice, I believe, opportunities today, as we should get a decent range. Okay, destinations right now for today. So right now, on the upside, if we don't gap lower, the first destination we have, believe it or not, is the overnight high of 395. Now, again, I'm not going to totally ignore 8 wide, but I like 9 wide. So 395, which is just below Jay's high from yesterday. And then we have one other destination, 395.65, which is the all-time high. Remember, ES did not get their overnight all-time high from back in February. For the downside, my first destination was going to be the single print fill at B's high. So if we don't open below there, it would be 393.27 getting filled at 25 cents. Then we have yesterday's low of 391.74 and filling the gap at 391.40, a 34-point gap. Our overnight high right now, low right now is 390.85. And then we don't have anything to the 11 wide, the naked POC from the 10 to 389.68. And below that, we don't have anything to the afternoon pullback low of 388.89, an H period, and 388.17 daily low from that day. So game plan for this morning. Well, if we open in balance, in value, again, the worst of your risk reward, and the algorithms are going to be bouncing around all over the place, searching for levels. First level to the downside would be yesterday's low. First level to the upside would probably be to get acceptance into M's range and see if we could trade it. Again, there's really nothing to the upside either. We were 8 wide up here, so we'll see if we get acceptance into M, if we can travel back up. If, however, we end up taking yesterday's low out, that gap should fall, and then we see if we go for that POC. So, again, with 75 minutes to go, can you take a long against yesterday's low? You can. If you take it out, I'd be out, because then that gap should fill, and we would stop the one-time framing up in the daily if that happens. We have not gotten our overnight low, not once this week. All 4 times we've gotten the overnight high, we have not gotten the overnight low. As far as a put play, again, if we open, push up, fail to get into M's range, you can take a put play then, see if you come back down to test the day's low. Any acceptance back into M's range, I would be out of that trade. M's range was very small yesterday, believe it or not. It was under $1. So again, it would be easy to trade if you get acceptance. Another put play in the next 75 minutes, if we open near the low, take out the low, I would take a short to fill that gap. Again, you're getting these play-by-play market calls throughout the entire trading day with the profile being live streamed all day. And then quickly on the charts, and tonight I'll recap all the charts, IWM, Qs, and SPY. Weekly, in balance, we took out the all-time high yesterday. Right now, we're right back into it. So again, by the end of today, we're going to be able to encompass this most likely in a 3-week balance, which would be this week's high and last week's low. That would be your 3-week balance, which would be fairly large right now. 395.65, 371.88. So it's a nice large 3-week balance. On the daily, the goal for the buyers is to hold yesterday's low to continue the one-time framing up and protect the gap. For the sellers, they want to take out yesterday's low, fill the gap, and put the daily into balance. Good luck trading today. Have a great day, and we'll recap at 4 p.m.